Hey everyone, Tate here with this week's IMS how-to video. And in this week's video, we're going to talk about the 5 different ways on accessing SharePoint. I'm trying to make that experience easy for you to get into that information that you need. Now, just a real quick overview of SharePoint. If you haven't watched my other videos, SharePoint is basically that intranet in the sky for your business to store files and information where you can then collaborate with both your colleagues internally as well as invite external vendors and businesses into your SharePoint to have that same level of collaboration. While SharePoint's a very powerful tool and it's not the topic of this video, what we want to focus on is how to get to that information and all the different facets on doing that. So for tech tip number 1, what we're going to look at is how to access it in its most natural form, and that is through the web browser. If you don't have those websites saved, which I'll show you how to favorite the website as well, easiest way to get to your SharePoint is to go to portal.office.com, which I've already done here, and log into your work email account. Once you get into there, you'll see all the different applications that you have access to based off your licensing. Once you're here, if you click on the little cone, or I guess 9 dots there, it'll show you a list of all of your applications. We want to look for SharePoint. Once we're in SharePoint, you're going to see access to all the different sites that you've seen or have access to. So I'm going to scroll down to our training site because that's going to be the one that we're going to work on here today. And that'll get us inside our training site. From here, I have free reign to go ahead and go into our documents and then start working on these here. So if I want to click on this document here, start working on it, it's going to open it up there for us. And then we're going to be able to start working on this document with anyone that has access to this site. Nice thing about inside of SharePoint is if another colleague were to happen on with me and I start typing, you're going to be able to see everything in real time, and you'll see a little cursor next to their cursor with their initials and all of that, so you know who's working on which section. That's tip number 1 on kind of how to access SharePoint and going through your documents that way. Our next tip is going to be actually to sync those down to our computer so we can have it more natural interface with it as what we would see with like a standard like drive from a server or different location. So what we're going to do then is go ahead and go to these little 3 dots here if it isn't currently displayed, and we're looking for the sync option here. So give me 1 second here and I will get that found. There we go. Popped up right there. I don't know why it was hiding from me. Most likely because I was clicked on one. But that's okay. So we're looking for that sync option. So we're going to go ahead and click sync. It's going to ask you if it's okay to open up your OneDrive. You can go ahead and hit open. What that will do then is pop up your account for OneDrive. So then you can go ahead and click sign in. And then if you need to enter your information there, go ahead and put that in. I already have that stuff stored in here. So you're going to see some quick movie magic. Alright, movie magic's all over. Got signed in, and it's going to sign in there for us, and it's going to start syncing that down. So be like, yep, here you go. There's access to our training site folders. And so where you'll see these now, if we open up our OneDrive here, give it a second. You'll have a new symbol kind of by your file servers, basically, where you'll normally see as your normal drive, your X or Y drive. You're going to see a new site up top here where it'll have like a little building icon and then the name of your business and then the name of the site that you synced down. And so from here, I'm able to see all those documents again. And from here, I can go ahead and open up that document. And Word will open up here for me. And here is Word. And you can see there was my edit, and I can say I'm well, and then that'll save and go sync up to there. So that's kind of how that sync down functionality works. This is probably the most user-friendly way for users to interact that aren't necessarily interested in the grand scope of SharePoint. They're just really looking to get into those files and start working. This is probably the most simplest way for them because it's going to be the most natural recreation of how old network drives used to work with inside your network. All right, so for our third topic then, we're going to go ahead and jump into how to use it inside of Teams. So the backbone of Teams itself is actually SharePoint. So give me a second here and I'll go ahead and open up Teams here real quick for us. Alrighty, we have Teams open up here. Inside of Teams itself, what you're going to see is just your normal chat stuff if you have been using it frequently. But we're going to look for the actual team icon here. Then you're going to see actually the list of your different teams or SharePoint sites that you have access to. So anytime you make a team inside of Teams, what it actually is doing is creating a SharePoint site. And that is where all those files, documents, OneNotes, everything is stored for that team. You're able to access those very easily through the Teams app as well. So if I go ahead and click on our training site, we can go and see there's a couple of different, I would call like chapters or channels is the main name for it. And we're going to go under General, and then we're going to be able to click on Files here. And we're actually going to be able to see all the different files that we've created through there as well, and I'm able to access them and open them inside of Teams itself. And you're going to get that same level of SharePoint access where multiple people can be hopped in and they're going to be able to work together and collaborate on that document. You'll see their same little cursor with their initials on it, so you know where everyone is working. And this works fluidly through all the Microsoft apps. Maybe PowerPoint, Word, Excel, all those applications will have that ability to have that high level of collaboration. And then inside of Teams, you're now able to add additional features like you can start a voice call, video chat, so you're going to be able to have that face-to-face conversation as well while you're working on that document. All right, we're going to go ahead and swing back into the website, and we're going to kind of show you the search functionality of Teams so you can better find those documents. So back inside of SharePoint itself, while you're in a library, you're able to search for that library. Now there's two different types of searching. There's metadata and just normal. Okay, I know what that title of that document I'm looking for. We're going to focus on the latter. Metadata would be kind of its own video that we'll do later down the road on how to kind of set up that and how those filters will work. But let's say if I'm looking for that MFA document that I'm down here, and I don't know where it is because there's so many files in here. Up top here, you can simply just go MFA, and it's going to do a quick search for all those documents to see if anything matches that title. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to have some of the keywords, and it'll get you that list of those that match. Click on that, and it's going to do the same thing. It's going to go ahead and open up that MFA document that I did here to help train other people how to set up their MFA for their Outlook accounts. And finally, we're going to look at the SharePoint app here. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up my phone here. All right. Movie magic is over there. So what you're going to want to do from the beginning there is go ahead and swipe on over, and you're going to look for your app store. And this is going to be for Apple devices. Android is going to be something very, very similar. Once you're already logged into your Apple ID, you can simply just go ahead and search for the SharePoint app. And you're going to scroll down and you will see your SharePoint application there. You'll probably have a get or install there. You can go ahead and tap on that and then approve the sign in and download of the application with your Apple ID. You'll be using your fingerprint, Face ID, or your password. Once it's installed, go ahead and open it up. It'll have you log into your Office account, similar to what we did previously. And from there, what we're going to do is we're going to just look for our SharePoint sites again. So I want to look for that training site that we were in earlier. I have now found it and I'm able to access it. These are perfect for that. Hey, I need to see that document on the go. So we're able to scroll down. Hey, there's all those amazing documents that we've been working on together. We're going to go ahead and open up our document. What we'll do is we'll connect and open up our Word document, and there it is. And we're actually able to edit it in a very basic format here. We can open it through Word itself, or we can install a Microsoft app. Let me just go ahead and open it, and I'll open up Word. Load it up here for a second. And boom, now I'm able to start doing all those edits and everything on it. And so that is an awesome way to go ahead and access our different Word documents and Office documents on the go. This works on both Android, iOS, as well as iPad. So you can have that bigger screen and that more easier functionality when you're working on it. All right, and that is our 5 tips for this week. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoy it. We love SharePoint. SharePoint's become a very powerful tool that we use for our business and our clients. If your business has any interest or inquiries about SharePoint, go ahead and reach us at info@imsnetworking.com, and I'd love to sit down with you and see what we can do with it. But here's a cool way to access those in 5 different ways. All right, thank you so much. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.